Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Sorry it took us a second there.
Hello in Disneyland to Lori.
Wait
We're
a second.
super
There we
jealous
go.
of you. That's so cool. Hello, I think we had Laura.
Oh, sorry.
You popped out the chat and it disappeared.
There it is.
Hello to Lee and Kareen.
And Jill.
Also Jill. Lori, thank you for taking some park time. You're taking some of your park time to hang out with us. We will be quick because I don't want to keep you too long if you don't want to hang out because, I mean, Disneyland, so we 100% don't blame you. I had to show off, though, because I was going to find what ears to wear for the show today.
Hello, Jorge.
Or for the hangout and everything today. And I wasn't feeling inspired by any of my ears, and then I saw these Figment ears, and I laughed because it made me think of the craziness with the popcorn bucket that's happening down in Florida right now. So I was like, I'm going to wear my Figment ears in honor of the crazy popcorn bucket people. Tag says he wants one of those buckets.
I do, but I'm
What
not going
would
to
you
pay the
do with
crazy
it?
amount. It would be just like my other
Yeah.
ones. Like, I just put it on my shelf in my office, which reminds me, I should probably take some of the stuff I have here. Like, that could probably switch out to
Swap,
my
yeah.
office now if I wanted to.
I think that's my sipper, so don't take it.
Oh, no, yeah, that one.
'cause
I have
think
that in my
yours is
house.
at home. Anyways, but we got some magic mail from All Enchanting Ears here. Love their sticker and logo.
Hi, Joy, as well.
So we're going to open this bad boy. I was not
You guys are at Plaza, Lori?
smart.
I think I saw in the chat that they're in the Plaza Inn
Was it
for
Plaza
dinner.
Inn?
I think that's where they decided to go.
River Bell.
Oh, maybe it was River
Is
Bell.
it River Bell or Plaza?
Let's see. Let me go into park meetups. Nope, Plaza Inn.
Oh, Plaza. Got it. Oh, they were heading to the River Bell Terrace
Yeah.
for dinner, trying to do the walk-up. I'm not crazy.
Am I supposed to be
I have
not
no idea
looking, or
what's in
you
here.
not supposed to be looking?
I have no idea what's in here. So we'll both not. Okay, that's
That doesn't
definitely probably you.
Is it?
I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because, okay.
Okay, so close your eyes. Ooh,
I already kind of saw what it was, so.
Lori.
Yeah, I already saw what it was, because it was bad.
But look at the color on the hat with it. That gray hat.
This is good. I didn't have
Ooh.
ears tonight.
Ooh,
It's
nicely
like she
done.
almost knows my head size, even. That's kind of.
So Tag got the monorail
Sorry, hold on.
version of the hat,
Which matches your
which matches
one.
my monorail ears and the background there.
Wait. Are these the.
Beautiful.
Oh, these are even the Disneyland ones.
Look, okay, so here's the monorail ear. Here's the monorail ears. Gosh, I don't remember that. Anyways, that I got said. I just realized we were talking about how much I love teal earlier. I just dawned on me that the bow is teal.
You and your teal.
I do. I love teal. Funny story with me and teal. I'm convinced that there's a ton of teal in our logo, which there is not. There's like just a speck of teal.
A speck of teal?
Yeah. What?
All right.
One tiny little corner of
close
teal.
Close your ears, your
Close
eyes.
your ears.
Close your ears.
So yeah, the reason I don't know why I think there's a ton of teal in the logo, but we had the pin for the $20 level. Is that the $20
Hold
level
on a
gets the pin?
second.
I think the $20 supporter level has a custom pin, which I used to have one up here, but
Teresa, you're going to die.
every time I need one, of course, they don't have them.
Oh, God, I just saw something that makes this even cooler.
I like how excited Tag is for this.
I always get excited. Oh, Teresa. All right, we're going to extend this out. So I'm going to hand you
extend
one
it?
part of this at a time.
Okay. Can
So
we move
here's
the
one.
box?
Yep, here's one. I'll move the box.
Glory.
Show the stream.
Oh, God, that's good. It's the Hatbox Ghost Coaster. Oh,
You guys
is
have...
this the one that glows? No, he doesn't glow. But I love this.
Wait for
What
it.
a good ghost. Like, this is, come on. What a good ghostly color.
Okay, flip this one
Oh.
around.
Mm.
That's just going to be the gift that keeps giving.
Oh, my my God. Look at this one. Okay. I'll take a picture and share these on Instagram because these are works of art. You cannot see it. The gray, it looks stone. It looks like marble. It's like got little black.
Oh, just wait.
In it.
It gets better.
Oh.
Keep going. Keep going.
It's Phineas. He's so cute.
Here you go.
Oh. Ezra. Look at his little thumb.
Keep going. Keep going.
And Gus, is it Gus? It's Gus.
Okay. I want to show you. Don't look over here. Okay.
I'm dying. These are amazing, Lori.
So so let's see. You'll look in the camera. Oh, that's actually another. Hold on.
Dead end. Prepare to exit to the living world.
'Kay.
Come on.
So on the bottom of this, we'll show this in a second, but on the bottom of this looks like this. But I want you to see this really cool design detail that they did for the sides. Have you seen these on the site? Or did you just decide talking about it?
No, she was showing me some parts of these.
Show that to the stream. That's so cool.
Brother Dave, Phineas Puck.
Show the camera.
Come on, Lori. These are so the holder. They're tombstones. You can't see the details. Oh, whoa! Too much.
Won't be too much if you. There you go. Here, do you want to just turn it? There you go.
These are.
Keep going.
I may
so cool.
Be a little biased, but these
Turn
are my
towards me some more.
favorite. This is
and then show from the top like how thick the things are.
100%
really...
the best.
Now, I do want to say, Lori, that I'm glad that for this one you guys went a little bit thicker.
Oh,
because
so good.
James's Star Wars one, we hit the side accidentally and it snapped off. But this one looks like it's going to be real sturdy, so that's very cool.
Lori, these look amazing. Like, come on. Look at the teeth on Hattie. Look at the teeth.
Yeah, we know about the teeth because we had to do that for our logo.
We know how terrible getting Hattie's teeth.
Do you want to show up close again?
Look at the detail of teeth.
Twist it. There you go. Come towards me more. Towards me more. There you go.
It's actually the other way. I go towards the...
Oh, is it?
Look at him. Hang on. I can't.
Lori, don't worry about it. We're just going to super glue it together.
Look at how...
But it's just the base. It's just the base.
Amazing he looked. Come on.
What's your... See, I like the ones with the words. Like, I think that's...
I can't... I don't know what my favorite is.
I like it.
That one, I think that one and Hattie might be my favorites. And it's because of the... I love Hattie. I absolutely adore Hattie. But, but come on. Look at... You've got Gus's chain. They're so good. Lori, these are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Lori, don't worry about the base. We're good. You've already sent us such cool stuff. So you're going to take pictures of that and put it on our Instagram?
Yes. Dang.
So, hello, Allison. I'm glad you finally made it to a stream. Hello, Steph. I'm glad. Yeah, we were just talking about these ears. So the ears that I'm wearing are from All Enchanting Ears, and they just... I just unboxed them, actually. They match... Teresa has a pair in the background there. Mm-hmm. Where are we? There. And, of course, Teresa's wearing her Figment ears.
I'm wearing my Figment ears tonight in honor of all the crazy people trying to get the popcorn bucket.
Mm-hmm.
But come on. Like, what great... Lori, I love, with All Enchanting Ears, how you get stuff like this. You cannot find stuff like this. You do not...
That's true.
Where do you get cute monorail ears? Nowhere.
I don't even know where they get the fabric from. That's amazing. You know what would be amazing? I'm trying to decide if I put this out into the universe because
Oh.
knowing you guys over at All Enchanting Ears, something will show up here. Do you know what would be cool? A Hawaiian shirt made out of that fabric. Like I would totes wear like a monorail Hawaiian shirt.
Actually, you know what? I'm surprised that that Mr. All Enchanting Ears
because he likes Hawaiian shirts.
Because he likes Hawaiian shirts. I'm surprised that he does not have one.
Yeah,
yes,
so
allenchantingears.com will take you right to their
And if you
Etsy
use
page.
DLWeekly 10, you get 10% off.
I mean, who doesn't want the world's best coaster set?
The idea of the tombstones on the sides, amazing.
Yeah, the tombstones are just...
Can I look at the detail? Like, I didn't get a chance to look at the detail.
I can't get over the detail. I really can't. Because we have, where's my, I just had one. Here it is. Because, like, this detail's great. Like, right? Cute castle. We've got the tiny turrets. But there's just something extra about the detail on this is so tiny.
I love
and it's so crisp.
I love the reverse, like, these things, they're holes. They're
what are you trying to
indented or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like a tombstone where it's engraved.
That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, so good, so good.
Yeah. So the tombstones on the side, amazing. The coasters are some of my favorite stuff because I use the coasters. We have 2 sets at home. I have one of mine here that I have because I always put stuff down. I have the rest on my desk at home. James's is split between our upstairs behind our couch and his desk.
Hello, Donna.
Hello, Donna.
You missed our wonderful unboxing of All Enchanting Ears Magic Mail. I got the world's best coaster set. I just can't get over this.
Oh, hello, Liberty, by the way.
And then those, the ears that Tag's wearing are also what we just unboxed from All Enchanting Ears. I can't. I just can't. They're so good. It's so good. Come on, look at the teeth.
So Lori, is it just
over the teeth?
Lori, is it just you and your husband that's at Disneyland right now? So you get like a solo trip without the whole rest of the crew?
Oh, Sarah, we can ask. Lady Hawk is actually the owner and the creator for all of the stuff. She's the one that does all the sewing and all the magic.
The ear baseball hat.
It's Lori, Megan, and Michael. Look at all the bucket hats. I think you can click on.
Do you have a pair of these,
ear.
don't you, with It's a Small World?
I don't. I think you can click on a pair of any of the ears, and you can have the option to put it on a hat.
Oh, because it's the style.
Mm-hmm. So you select a style.
Well, hold on, let me go to like a regular ears.
So we'll say we're gonna click on the pirate red ears, for example.
This one.
And you can say it if you want it as a hat, a headband, or a bow, or headband with bow.
Yep.
And then they do have the colors of the hats on there too, so you can choose. So, like, maybe for the red one, probably a black hat to go with the black lace. I don't know. Or you could do, like, a white hat to go with the white in the bow, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But, Donna, I got to show you one more since you came late. Look at this one. How did we get this stuff
in the middle? So well before? Because it's got to be in the middle of the frame. And then usually it's about lighting, too. That's why I was doing the lighting. So twist it. There you go.
There it is. Look at this. I just can't. You can kind of see there you go. You can kind of see the speckling so that it looks like marble. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Just amazing.
It makes me want to get a 3D printer, but I feel like that could be dangerous.
Oh, God. You'd never come out.
Well, because I'm just thinking of all the stuff I could make with a 3D printer.
I feel like it'd be time consuming.
So one thing that I found that's interesting. So a lot of 3D printing stuff, because of the way it goes back and forth, it leaves kind of like these little ridges. Mm-hmm. I was watching somebody who makes a lot of 3D printed stuff. They use a some type of like a sander polisher thing, and it gets rid of the ridges. I mean, it's more labor intensive.
Oh my God, yeah.
I will show you.
I don't don't know though. These ones, I think this is like a smaller filament or something because this does not have the like.
I think they might be doing that now, though. Is what I'm saying.
I just love this color, Lori. This blue, this like ghostly blue, is awesome. Yeah, no, this is smooth. This is super, super smooth.
So Braden from Mickey Views was doing some 3D printing. He was trying to 3D print and design a new monorail for Disney World. But look at this. Like, he did a pretty cool design.
Holy cow.
He 3D printed, so he see, they don't have the lines because he spent all the time, like, polishing it and stuff. So he was trying to make it look, so this is what they look like now, and he was trying to make them look cooler. I like the idea that he went with it, but yeah, so he was doing all types of crazy, trying to paint it. He
printed it one color and then he painted it. Got it.
Yeah, so then he was trying to do some painting and it didn't work, and he talks about this whole process, but he did a really nice job.
Steph, what did you? So I've seen 3D printed ears. What was the weight like for those? I feel like the weight of the ear.
Didn't All Enchanting Ears? They did the Nuemo ones, right?
Yep, Nuemos have 3D printed ears, but I feel like an adult-sized ear could the weight could the weight of it like flinking around on your head. I don't know if that would be heavy or not heavy.
Because I think it was. I don't know if Concy Ears had a
flopping
post
around.
About it.
I don't know if they would be too heavy to then your whole headband's kind of wiggling. I don't know. Sorry, I just had to giggle. One of the Concy Ears, wrong ear group. One of the Concy Ears photos on there. Ooh.
Was.
Lori, you heard it here first. There might be 3D printed ears coming.
One of the pictures was what?
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. One of the pictures was my favorite new thing with Bruno, right? Because we every Bruno around the world is looking at Disney like, excuse me, what did we ever do to you? Because first we had Silencio Bruno from Luca, and now in Encanto we don't talk about Bruno. So poor Bruno. The only other Bruno I can think of in the Disney universe is the dog in Cinderella. And he gets yelled at because the cat is taunting him, so he gets yelled at for no reason.
Do you get this? Get it now. Pixar was warning us about the dangers of listening to Bruno.
Oh. See, I liked the other one that had the grumpy guy that was he's standing in the stands like this and just grumping. He's like, what's wrong with being named Bruno or something like that. I just thought it was
Was
hilarious.
that an All Enchanted Ears thing? Or
no, I shared it in Discord somewhere.
Mm.
The ear part is magnetic? Oh, that's fancy. That's fancy. Let me see if I can find it because I shared it in Discord somewhere.
Oh, does that mean you can, if it's magnetic, can you take them off and put different ones on?
One of the.
Oh.
Nope, not there. Where did I?
That's kind of cool.
I think I put it in optional in Disney Plus. It's like the person version of Grumpy Cat, the guy that's grumpy in the stands. I'm surprised you haven't. This. People named Bruno watching Luca and Encanto.
Yeah.
I'm unamused.
That's really neat.
Well, you can't quite see him super well. But he's unamused. This guy named Bruno is not having it.
Yeah.
It was funny because I didn't even connect those two until I saw that. And I was like, oh no! Poor Bruno!
Well,
that is the cool thing. That's the cool thing about the ears is that they're interchangeable.
It's two of these, so that's not very heavy.
But and some of the ones I've seen, so instead of having the background, it would just be
empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what some of these were, like this.
Yep, it'd just be.
So they'd be light.
Yeah, but I feel like the wind or something could just maybe not.
Ooh,
maybe I'm overthinking
look at these.
it. Maybe it's really not that big of a deal. But I don't know.
Sorry, I was looking. Let me show.
Because I feel like you
I
have
was
to
looking
make
at these
thicker so they don't break. So
these
they don't
50 ones are
those
super
cool. Are cool. And look at the cruise line.
I like the 50. That's super cool.
If I had my teleporter, I would 100%. I would teleport down to
I would
join
go
in the 50th.
to Disney World because I wanted to get one of those popcorn buckets. I
You'd
would have
teleport
waited.
to the front of the line.
I would have teleported. I could have been in the back of the line. I just wanted to see. I want one of those buckets. Actually, you know what's funny? I missed out on it. I was going to try to finagle. I was going to try to, and I just didn't have time and everything going on, but I was going to try to find anybody that was going to Disney World. And I was going to get them to get you one and get me one.
You would have to pay them so much money to stand for 4 hours.
Well, we
to
didn't know.
6 hours
Yes,
to
the
8
Figment
hours
bucket, Liberty.
to
No,
stand
but-
forever in the
But
line.
we didn't know how long it was going to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know, Luna. It's crazy.
Luna's like, nope.
Oops, sorry. Hit my microphone.
You got to be careful because I noticed that in the last recording.
I bumped it.
It's funny because when you said you bumped it, you didn't. I told you didn't, but you didn't. But then later you bumped it and didn't even notice. And I was like, really? Yeah, Donna, I think the line was
the
crazy.
line was like 6 hours long some days. It was nuts. Absolutely nuts for what is it?
Are they sold out now?
$25. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard about them selling out. I've just heard about how crazy the lines are. And I think it's funny that like non-Disney places are also talking about.
It was $25. Quick look at the 4 to 5 hour line on the 15th.
I'm telling you, 2 bucket per person limit on any Figment popcorn bucket purchases.
Yeah.
So you're
Crazy.
definitely not. I mean, nobody's standing in that line twice. Could you imagine? Oh, your entire day. Come here.
I'm trying to see if they have any more.
Want to say hi? Let's turn you around. Ooh. Lori, maybe we can do some dog ears. What do you think, Luna? You would be not about that at all. Are you saying hi to everyone? Thank you. Thank you. For those of you that haven't met, this is Luna. You probably hear her in the background of the podcast every once in a while.
You'll hear her in the background of the interview for this week. That's for sure.
Yeah. She was not on her best behavior while we were talking with Vincent.
Vincent was amazing. So we
was.
told this by Donna, by the way. We did an interview with Vincent, who is going to be the voice of
Crash
the
possum
in the Ice Age movie that's coming out on Disney Plus next Friday.
Yep.
So he came on and talked to us about voice acting and his love of Disney and, of course, the new movie. And it is an amazing conversation. I'm trying to figure out how to split it into two because I'm over halfway done editing the interview.
Sure.
And we're already over like 45 minutes or more. And there's still a lot left to talk about. But one of the reasons he wanted to come on the podcast was because he wanted to promote the new movie. But we didn't really talk about the new movie very much. But I'm wondering if we can record like a go watch it thing before and split it into two, because I think that would work out well.
I think so too.
But he was super fun. He does a ton of voices because he's a voice actor.
It kept throwing me off. We'd be talking, then all of a sudden he'd like, it was amazing to like watch him just flip in and out of these different voices, but
effortlessly.
Yeah, just effortlessly, and it would just come out of nowhere. Sometimes it was like halfway through a sentence, it seemed like. But then I think listening, like for a podcast, listening to it that way is gonna be something else. Like it was really cool watching it happen, but to not like, I don't know. I think listening is gonna be super cool. This is gonna sound ridiculous. I think I'm going to listen to this episode. I never listen to the episodes because
don't say that, Teresa.
I don't listen to the episodes because I lived the episode, so I don't really listen to them. So, but this one I think I'm going to, because I've been thinking and thinking and thinking. Like I keep thinking about things in that interview that I like didn't realize, and like think about it a different way. I'm like, wow, that was a really great point, or wow, that's really interesting, and I like didn't pick up on that. I don't know. It's very cool.
I wanted to find.
It's super cool, Lee, that we had somebody that's going to be on a Disney Plus show.
Well, And I don't know if anybody has kids that have watched the Ninjago series, but he's also the voice of Kai for Ninjago.
He's also in My Little Pony. He does.
He's
I
done a
actually
little bit
wrote
of
it
everything.
down. Flash Sentry in My Little Pony. He's done a ton of voice work. The graphic that he sent us, that will be the probably the one that we use for the episode, has him, but then like it's tons of all of the characters that he's voiced, like all around him. It's so cool. Maybe not all of them, but a lot. Yes, Steph. Hank Azaria is amazing too. Hank Azaria does like, I don't know, half of the people in The Simpsons. I forgot to bring up Hank Azaria when we were chatting with him. But he said that it's, voice acting is really interesting, and it's kind of, I won't give away too much, that, people just, you don't age out of voice acting necessarily like you do on screen acting, because, it's your voice, and you can do so many different things. Like when he's in this, he sounds like old man, and then he sounds like a little kid, and then he sounds like all these things in between. So it's just crazy. So cool. What are you trying to find him doing a voice?
Yeah.
I don't remember if he ever did Crash's voice. We were, to be very like upfront with everybody, he actually approached us to be on the show, which was like amazing. But I said to Tag, I'm like, I don't want to get him in trouble, so we kind of didn't try to focus on the upcoming movie because we didn't want him to, like, again, we didn't want to put him in a weird spot and get in trouble. So I don't know if we ever actually got to hear Crash's voice or not.
Okay. I think I found something where he does a bunch of voices together. So let me try to pop this in here. I think if I hit play. Okay, you do hear it. Okay.
I want to listen.
Okay, so I apologize if this isn't perfect, but I just want to give you a sneak preview. Hi, Keith, by the way. So I will show you. You guys don't normally get to see behind the scenes of this, but I will show you.
Show them the video.
Yeah. So
don't
this
mind
is
me wearing the same sweatshirt as I was during the interview.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Or something I want to do for a job.
So I did musical theater for a long time, and I've, loved singing and dancing, but I never thought about voiceovers for a living. It was just like, I want to be a star on Broadway. That was the dream. Like, I wanted to do that, like sing and dance.
Mm-hmm.
And I did, and not on Broadway, but I did it professionally for a while, and it was super fun. But man, it does not pay. It's so hard to make a living as an actor, and as a musical theater performer specifically, it was so super difficult. But for my year-end project at this musical theater school I did for a year, I did this demo. I wanted to make a voiceover demo. So I created this demo called Fridge Freaks. And I wrote the whole script. It was about just food talking to each other, trying to escape this fridge. And way too long. It was like 4 minutes long. And then when I was working out in Toronto for a bit, and I came back to Vancouver, and I was like, I'm going to try to do this voiceover thing. Pitched the demo to an agent, got an agent, and started submitting me for different things. Wow. And I've always loved doing impersonations. I used to, again, dating myself, my goodness. Landline phones, kids, you don't know what this is. But we had answering machines that were actually on tapes.
Yep.
And so I would leave a different voice memo, like an outgoing one, be like, "Welcome to the Tong residence. Well, we're not here to get the phone, but just leave a message and we'll call you back." Something like that.
Yeah.
And then, just made a whole bunch of every week was a different one. And my parents' friends got really annoyed and I had to stop. And so, I love slapping down all those voices. And then finally, after audition, landed a job. It was called Sushi Pack. I played this big piece of tuna called Toro. And he was really fun to do, and worked with a bunch of amazing, prolific voice actors, and got to just sit there and just soak everything in. And then my very next job, I think, was, I don't know if it was Iron Man Armored Adventures or Death Note. But it was all sort of coinciding. I was like, wow, this is I'm starting to hit my stride and getting into the voiceover world, because it is a very small niche of people.
There's a little bit.
A little taste for you. You got two voices anyways. But there's one part that he I felt like he went into a couple of voices. But anyways.
Oh, Laura knows her from death. Oh, right as I stop it.
I was
Here,
going to say
hold
there
on.
was one part that he went like boom, boom, boom.
Here we
boom,
go.
boom.
I'm starting to like hit my stride and getting into the voiceover world because it is a very small niche of people, you know, who were doing cartoons when I was a kid who can still sound like this. So, you know, why choose somebody else when they're amazing? They're 80, but they still sound like this. So, you know, you have like in the States, you guys have like Frank Welker, Jim Cummings, like amazing voice actors who have been doing this forever. And they're so talented. And they don't do it for the money. They do.
Anyways, super, super talented, super fun. And we just like love just like listening to this.
Oh, here you go.
That was it.
Okay, so he's talking about how.
Don't worry, we're just gonna let you listen to the whole interview.
I mean,
and
this
you're
is
gonna
fascinating.
But it's so good to listen.
Okay,
like,
I gotta make this. I gotta make this voice. So maybe he's a little bit like. I did this character called Jestro in Lego Nexo Knights, and they asked for like a Steve Buscemi kind of thing. So I watched Reservoir Dogs, you know, and I started talking like, "Hey, I don't tip. What are you talking about?" Yeah, Steve Buscemi. So I started doing Buscemi, but then I'm like, hey, he's a bit serious. So then I went a little bit more up here. So almost like Timothy Mouse. Like Timothy Mouse would be very happy up here, but this guy's a bit of a bad guy, right? So okay, he's from New York somewhere. I don't know where he's from, but he's got a bit of an attitude. But you know, he's got a bit of a soft side too. So you kind of got to find that kind of vulnerability because he was a villain, right? That's the thing. He's a baddie, but villains are the most interesting because they got a backstory. He wasn't really bad. He was just misunderstood. So you got to find that vulnerability within this character as well. And then you present that to.
So anyway,
amazing.
Great interview.
Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Hello, Troy. Lori logged out and Troy logged in. I love it. Anyways, I mean, he did such a good job. I didn't even ask him because I was just so like enthralled with all the information and stories. I seriously felt like I just sat there. We just sat there and like soaked it in because it was just so good. But he did such a great job breaking things down. That was part of breaking down, finding voices for these characters. And he did such an incredible job explaining everything that goes, like, you know, how they build the characters, how the whole thing works. It was just amazing.
Yeah, he talked about some crazy stuff. Like a lot of times voice actors for especially like animated things, he tells us that like he didn't even know that they used his voice for it until
he got a check in the mail. Right?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, interesting. And then not only that, but the Ice Age movie that's coming out, he's going to see it the same time we do. He's never seen a screener. He hasn't seen anything.
Yeah.
The only thing he's seen is like the trailers and stuff for it, just like everybody else has. So the fact that there is this, like, I don't know. It's just crazy that you would do all of this work and not know any of this stuff.
So he I lost my train of thought. Anyways, super fun interview. I really hope you guys enjoy it. We definitely did, but
yeah,
so crazy.
So it'll probably be a two-parter
to get a peek behind it from a voice actor's point of view.
And he was one of those interviews that we love, or at least I love as an editor, because I didn't have to edit much so far. It's there's a couple things. There was the dogs were barking a little bit that I edited out.
Yeah.
There was a couple times where like there was a couple ums and stuff I edited out. But generally, if you look at the timeline for interviews, it's great. I've only cut like 4 or 5 different places in the whole thing.
So Lee, I was going to answer your question.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in a place to record. Yes, that's actually his his home studio.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think he's like Ice Age. He recorded his parts for Ice Age from home.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually lives in Canada. So anyways, super cool. I'm even more excited to watch the new Ice Age movie. I'm going to be a terrible person. I didn't even know that there was another one coming out.
You know what's funny? I've been seeing ads for it now, though. Like, we were watching football last night, and there was an ad during football. I'm like, hey.
And so I watched the trailer, like, he's all over the trailer because the possums look like they're pretty big roles in this new Ice Age movie. So that's really cool. And he got to do, yes, Troy, we talk about Robin Williams
Lee,
in this.
It was funny. They're talking about celebrity voice actors. He was he was like, yeah, I was messaging on Instagram with what was his name?
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, and I was just like, oh, let me
Yep.
pick that name up off the floor for you real quick.
Simon Pegg. So he's like, Simon Pegg probably got to go to like some sort of like red carpet premiere for the movie, but he did not. He hasn't gotten to that level yet, which is amazing. Like, how do you get to that level? Because he's done a ton of Anyways, I don't know how you get to have your own red carpet screening, but yeah. No, anyways, we did talk about Robin Williams and talked about how he portrayed the genie and how how like I was asking how how does that work with animators, because right, like how you voice things and how you your pace or what you do with it obviously needs to then translate into the animation so that the characters doing the same thing you're doing. So we were talking about that process too. So it's just great. It's one of those interviews we keep getting these where it's, oh, I found the pin that I was talking about earlier. Remember I was talking about the pin? It's right there. Anyways, squirrel. Sorry. But we keep getting these interviews where it's like, this was like, wow, this sounds pretty cool. But then we're talking and he's getting to the process. And I'm like, this is incredible. This is so much more. Again, I feel like Devin from Disney Plus and Accounting thinks I'm a crazy person, because Devin from Disney Plus and Accounting, talking to him was just amazing too, because you think it's going to be one thing and then it just keeps just layers, and then you get deeper and deeper and you're like, wow, it's just you just never know what you're going to find.
What's funny is like with Vincent emailed into us through our website. He didn't even email the feedback email address. He went and used the contact form on the website. And he was just like, oh, I just want to let you guys know I love listening to your podcast, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you could just mention that this new movie's coming out, blah, blah, blah. So I emailed him back, and I was like, do you want to be on the show? Because we could talk about your voice work and your love of Disney and all this stuff. So he talks about Disneyland and Disney World and his wife going and stuff. We had some really fun conversations about that as well with about his wife and the Tower or Guardians of the Galaxy conversation. But so we talked about all that stuff, but and it just ended up being more than we even thought it was going to be. And it's amazing, especially when you get people who have a lot to say and like a unique perspective. And I would say that he brings a unique perspective. And I know it's not Disneyland specific, and we do try to keep conversations and interviews to stuff that's parks related. But sometimes there's stuff like this where I think it's interesting enough. And from the chat and talking to all of you guys, like it's one of those things where you guys are interested in this stuff too, so we're not going to lose any listeners because we 1 week didn't talk about Disneyland for a discussion.
Well, and the thing that was so cool was, even though he's a voice actor, again, like Tag said, huge Disneyland fan, huge Disneyland nerd,
listens to the podcast.
So it kept we kept circling back and kept talking about Disneyland again. So it was super fun. So we will stop talking about it so that you guys can just enjoy it and listen it, because we could probably go on and on, because it was
a great interview,
tons of fun.
I will say most of our interviews are great interviews, just to be clear. Yeah, we were super fortunate. I think we're super fortunate with that. Did you just book somebody else?
I did just book somebody else. So anyways, speaking of interviews and discussion topics and all that kind of fun stuff, what are some things, since we've got a group of weekly tiers on right now, what are some things that you guys would like to see possibly that we could make happen?
What do you mean?
For interviews or discussion topics,
sure.
Like any people that you can think of, or any like things, like this was voice acting. That's not something, again, it's not like, oh, the history of the Matterhorn. Yeah. It's something totally different. So
I think the one thing too that Teresa has started to talk about, we don't have everything set up, so don't take this, but we've had authors on and we have a book club. So it might be cool to somehow integrate those folks if they're interested into doing that as well. That's something I think we're possibly looking at. Speaking of which, I did want to bring this up on the Hangout earlier and I forgot. But the book club is this coming week on Thursday.
More former cast members, Keith. Cool.
Right.
Any specific areas that you're looking for cast members?
Thursday for the book club?
Yes, Thursday for the book club.
We just need more cast members. You know who we should reach out to again? Sarah, what do you have to talk about?
Yeah, Sarah, what are you going to talk about? Lee? Shh, we try not to talk about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about him, please. Are we supposed to try to reach out to Philander again? Because now that things have
I
calmed
can
down
try
around the
to.
parks?
Yeah, I can try to reach out to Philander.
He just is coming back from a Disney World vacation. He
is.
looks like he had an amazing time.
He
His
is.
daughter's so stinking cute too.
Oh, Sarah, that's so cool.
Oh, that could be a cool topic.
And surprised her even. Very cool.
That is pretty cool. We used to offer, until we realized that it was against the Patreon terms of service.
We were
we
breaking
used to,
the rules.
We used to draw, every month or something?
Mm-hmm.
Every month we would draw a supporter out of the hat, and they could come on and talk about something and be our discussion topic. But the Patreon rules were you can't
contests.
raffle
Yeah.
contest stuff like that. So, well, hello, Deanne.
Hello, Deanne.
Not from your car this time, Deanne.
DC, yep, DCA cast members. I should reach out to Raul too.
Should we get? We had Ace on.
We did have Ace.
He was a DCA.
It is
cast
interesting
member.
because yeah, you're right.
And
Cast
Ethan,
members tend to be
or Emery.
Disneyland side more so than DCA side. We did talk to the one guy that was in. Oh gosh, I need to have a thing with. Need a chart. The guy that did food service stuff, but
Ethan or Emery, right? One of the two of them.
No, because Ethan or Emery worked in a kitchen.
Oh, you're talking
There
about
was
the
another
guy who
that
did
with
the
the carts.
carts.
He filled the carts.
Yeah, because he was an outdoor vending guy.
Oh.
Discord is part of Patreon. That's not the problem. The problem is basically
Picking a name out of a
raffling
hat.
off a segment on the thing.
The drawing. Doing a drawing is the issue.
Was it Andy or something like that?
No. I can look back in my previous episode discussion topic. Right there.
Daniel.
Outdoor vending. Daniel. That was fascinating.
Well, then we had our oldest cast member ever, which was
Disneyland's first Peter Pan.
Why can't I think of her name? I just saw
Joan.
it. Joan. And Joan even joined in on one of our book clubs.
Collaboration with Provo Park Pass.
So here's the thing, Steph, about collaborations with other creators. We've talked about this with Lynn from the Sweep Spot, and he is in the same opinion that we are, that for some reason there are a lot of creators, and I don't know this is the case with Provo's Park Pass or whatever in general, but or specifically, but for some reason a lot of content creators get very territorial, and so working together is something that sometimes
but it never hurts for us to reach out because you never know.
We've had people on. We had David from Fresh Baked.
We've had Jeff from Nostalgia.
We had I know it's not Disneyland, but we had Alex from Star Wars Explained.
Minute. Exactly. Yep. No.
Oh, it could.
No, because I think because it's a Discord perk.
Yeah.
Discord's a perk from Patreon, so that would be towing the line.
We should have Jeff from Nostalgia back on because they're ending their podcast.
We talked about it. He's on my list of people to have back because we're going to talk about his book because Jeff wrote a book about the Haunted Mansion. I have to connect with him because he and I were chatting back and forth quite a bit to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then after the podcast, because we were Disney-ana geeking out about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually just got married in Disneyland in, I think it was October. So somehow, small world, I'm in a Disneyland bride group that all these Disneyland brides kind of give each other advice or these are the people I've used, or, this is do this, don't do that. These are my experiences. Everybody gets excited together, all that stuff. Anyways, I didn't realize this, but his now wife was in that group. And she and I were going back and forth on stuff because they went and did a couple of things. And one thing included a tasting. And I said, thank you for showing all these pictures of all this food. I am not going to be able to get out there, whatever. And anyways, long story short, after she and I kind of have been going back and forth, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. You're engaged to, I know your fiance. Anyway, so I was I knew things about his wedding that he didn't know that I knew. It was just this weird small world thing. So anyways.
That's great to know, Sarah. Do you want to write down Paul Berry with Window to the Magic? We can maybe reach out to them. And Provo's Park Pass. Provo's Park Pass is interesting. I've watched a couple of his videos. He's very excited, or excitable. He just did I think it was like I want to say it was probably like a promoted video, but he did a bunch of hotels around the Anaheim area.
Yeah, so there's a couple of people, and sometimes I don't know if it's
wait a second.
the person, or sometimes I'm afraid like our emails don't actually get delivered and go into
That's
spam.
why some of these people you can message on like Instagram.
Yeah,
and stuff
because
too.
there's a couple of people that I had tried that I thought for sure would do it, but then they never got back to me, and I'm like, I wonder if my message went into their spam.
I want to show you guys this, by
So,
the
yeah.
way. Oh.
Oh no! Yeah, Lee, nostalgia's ending.
That's a terrible thing about having to throw away their cake, but like they're not going to let you bring it in, really.
That's really sad.
I want
still,
to show you
though.
guys this real quick. So, Hojo, Anaheim, we love them. They posted this picture of their suite that's coming this
come
summer.
on. I want a room in my house that looks like these.
House of the Retro Future Suite, and I'm sorry, like I just think this room looks so cool. So
It's
this is their
amazing.
2-bedroom or two bed like section here, and then there's like a living room area and like a dining room area. I'll show you. There's a video in a second. I'll show you that in the pictures it doesn't look like a big room. It's a huge room. This is part of the waiting area. There's a record player and like these cool seats. It's themed off of House of the Future, is one of the things that's really cool. So here's the other side of that. The bathroom is massive. I love this. I love their
The
windows.
bathroom's multi-rooms. They don't even show all the pictures.
All right, so let me
Like,
show you
if
the video.
Yeah, the video shows more, and that bathroom, that's just like
Here's
a
the video.
corner of the bathroom.
So you walk in, you got that cool
divider
wall,
wall.
and then you've got the like little kitchen area. You've got the little front area with seating and everything. I love just the shapes.
The shape, the like window,
Then-
those big picture windows, that shape. Oh,
The bedroom. I love the carpet and stuff.
yeah,
in
I
here,
know,
too.
Lee. I think it was like the original Disneyland podcast.
But look at this bathroom. You ready? You ready?
Crazy.
So he pops in. So here's the bathroom.
Lee, Kate, I want to move there permanently too.
Boom, and then turn around. And
So there's bathroom part number
there's
1,
part 2.
part 2, and
The toilet.
part 3. But this is the best part.
You love that like little end
I
piece,
think
don't you?
it's so funny. I love that there's like the retro astronauts hanging out in the bathroom with you. Kate, you're going by yourself. So were you just going to leave Jude at your family's?
She wants to
That's
live
funny.
there. She's just gonna
Mhm.
live there.
Yeah, she's going to move in there permanently.
You
but
know what we
she's
should
moving by
do?
herself.
We should see if we could for D23 get that suite. That'd be super cool.
We gotta find
We're
the
not
right
doing-
people to talk
We're
to,
also
man.
we're also not doing a ton of trips this year, so we could spend a
Guess
little
what?
extra on that.
You better not get a job.
Why? Oh yeah. Yeah, that room looks amazing.
That room's amazing.
I saw this on Hoj. What got me?
We were talking about my tiny house. That's what my tiny house is gonna have that.
Well, that's
that
not
look.
tiny. That's huge.
Well, no, we're gonna do a tiny version of that.
But I was
No
tapping
children
through
animals.
because the Hojo Anaheim on Instagram, they give their account over to people every day, like different people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people post like 100 little parts of their story, and so I'm just like tap because I'm like, I've seen the park. Da, 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 da. But I'm flipping through, and all of a sudden this like one story like flashes by, and I went, wait a minute. And I went back. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, so cool.
I love how that 60s like retro is coming back because I think that's such a cool look.
It's coming back, but it's not the same. It's different because it's not the same colors.
Sure.
It's like
Yeah,
brighter.
it's not that terrible.
It's brighter, kind of crisper colors.
It's not that neon green
Yeah, it doesn't
shag
have that, like,
carpet.
pea green, and I mean, there's little hints of those colors, but it's not all over the place.
I love this
it's
room.
just it's so clean.
I should email them and find out how much what a normal night in
That
this is.
that's gonna be a lot.
Where is this? Is this in the where? Like
I don't
what
know.
building is this in even?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm trying to look out the window, and it looks like it's. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I
Pim
like
tech.
it. I like it, Lee.
I have not spent any time in Palm Springs, Kate.
Is Palm Springs very
I don't know.
got this retro 60s modern vibe? It's weird. It's retro modern. What does that even mean? It's like jumbo shrimp. Oh,
A lot of Palm
there.
Springs looks like retro.
I think that's where I'm going to park my tiny house.
Okay.
And you want to know what? Palm Springs, pretty darn close to Disneyland.
Just for fun, on Instagram, I just typed in Palm Springs and started scrolling through it. I'm like, yep, it looks like Palm Springs is definitely a lot of this.
I bet you
Look
they
at
have
that.
tiki bars there too.
Look at that.
I love it. So
Apparently, I need to
fun.
go to Palm Springs. Look at this. That's cool.
You've got to.
Anyway, sorry.
Walt Disney had a house near Palm Springs. I think we have a weekly tier near Palm Springs too.
I think Ace lives out by there.
That's cool. No, he lives north.
Well, who lives near Palm Springs?
I will talk about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we have a weekly
The
tier out there.
movie theater that I used to work for had
Look at that. Look
a
at that house.
movie theater out by Palm Springs.
Go up.
This one?
Up that one. So cool. I'm sure it's incredibly
Are you going to move to Palm Springs?
expensive. Yeah, I'm going to park my tiny house there.
I'm so glad I was not
Me too.
streaming this.
There was one random picture that we
That
came
is
out of
not
nowhere.
safe for
Not safe for
showing.
show.
Yeah.
But it came out of nowhere. We're like, what?
Yeah, I was like, one of these photos is not like
Oh,
the
Kate's
other.
only a half hour from Palm Springs.
Really? Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways.
I got to look this up
Oh,
now.
Steph's an hour and a half away. You guys are real close.
'Cause it's in the valley, right, basically?
Mhm.
Oh, Palm Springs is really long. Like,
Yeah. And it's Coachella, Joshua Tree. Oh, you know what?
It's not as
so
far away as I thought it
Vern
was.
and I don't know if any weekly tiers know this, but you all know that we're getting married in Disneyland, of course. But
I thought
we
you were going to say Palm
decided-
Springs. I'm like, uh-oh.
No, we decided that we're going to extend our trip. We're going to, of course, do some time in the park because, hello. But instead of only doing, like, time in the park, we're doing a couple of days that we're going to rent a car. And we're going to drive and see other areas that we haven't gotten to explore yet.
Did you look at car rental rates?
I did look at
Have
car
they gone
rental
back
rates.
down from crazy COVID times?
Yes.
Okay. Because for a while there, it was really expensive to rent a car.
No. It was super expensive if I wanted to if I wanted to like pick it up at one of the Disneyland hotels.
Oh,
versus-
yeah.
versus not. But anyways, so we're driving from Anaheim to Joshua Tree, and then we're going from Joshua Tree National Park, and we're going to go up and check out Death Valley National Park, and I think we're going to check out Sequoia National Park as well, because they're all kind of in that corner of the world. So we're going to take a couple of days to kind of get to each and both, and then we're going to probably fly out of an airport closer north and going all the way back down to Anaheim, because it's like 2 hours, I think, ish from Anaheim to Joshua Tree. Then Joshua Tree to Death Valley is like 5 hours, and then it's another 5 hours from Death Valley over
That
to
sounds
Sequoia.
so...
It's gonna be so fun.
That sounds so easy compared to like the hours and hours James and I drove driving
Yeah.
all the way out there and back.
I know, Laura. I haven't seen the Joshua trees. They
Where
look
is
so.
Joshua Tree?
It's over by Palm Springs. It's like past Palm Springs.
Joshua Tree
Zoom out.
is like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because it's a national park. They don't build stuff. See, Palm Springs.
Yeah. But
So yeah, it'll be fun. We're big, so Disney people, obviously, but we love nature and like exploring, and we love national parks, and we haven't done a national park since 2019, which is so sad. We have not traveled with COVID and Vern's new crazy work schedule at the post office. So
you know what you
this will
should
be great.
do? I know this is more of a me thing than a you thing. But you and Vern should do a national parks podcast.
Oh dear Lord, with what time?
I'm just saying, I think it'd be cool.
No time. My aunt parks her trailer there.
Eric and I, by the way, are finally starting to plan
You're
our
going to?
podcast. Yeah. Well, because it's going to be only a half an hour one, and it won't require too much editing, hopefully.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, you and your cactuses. You have more cacti?
I do. I just bought more plants yesterday for my house.
It is going to be a fun honeymoon, I think.
Cholla cactuses. Oh, yeah. We don't know what we're going to call it because we actually want to have like a big honeymoon. I don't know. like, I don't know if we call that the honeymoon or because we're thinking the following year going overseas. We're not sure if we want to go to China or if we want to go to.
Well, you got to wait till everything clears up is the problem.
That's why I said we're waiting a year. So we don't know if we want to go to China or if we want to go to Europe or where we want to go.
Because James and I are thinking this summer's not happening for us going to Europe with everything.
You
being
haven't
crazy.
seen a saguaro, Laura? Well, I suppose that's Arizona. Sorry.
What's the ones that look like the stereotypical cacti?
Yeah, that's a saguaro.
Oh, okay.
So that's I've seen. I forget that saguaro are only in like Arizona, really, like more southern, not in California.
Troy said
really.
do a live stream from.
Do a live stream from where, Troy? From one of
the
national parks,
yeah.
or from.
If you have cell service, is the problem.
That's true. I feel like the basin of Death Valley, there's probably not very good cell service.
What was the link to the new room to enter to win?
What? What do you mean? Oops.
She didn't delete it because YouTube will always show you if you delete it. Did she post it in the chat?
I don't know. That'll be fun, Lori. Anyways, super fun. It'll be good.
Oh, everywhere.
Oops, I mean to text at the same time as like. Are you talk to texting, Deanne?
Period.
I still like the text me back one. That was great. Anyways, so yeah. Thank you for ideas for discussion topics and kind of other things that you would like us to see if we can make happen and explore and get out there for you.
People have been pretty good about getting back to us when we've messaged them about stuff.
I said, the only time that I don't know, like when I hear nothing back, I seriously think it's because my email ended up in spam. Because there were two or three people that I had messaged emailed within a couple of days, and none of them returned it. I'm like, there's no way that they're all just ignoring me, right? Like, but I think I'm gonna maybe instead of doing emails, I think I'm gonna try doing
just message them on here.
Yep. Do social media messages instead. We saw him when we were on the omnibus.
Did we?
We did. We saw him when we were on the omnibus.
I think it's interesting that he always wears like a tie. Like in a lot of his videos, he's wearing like a shirt and a tie.
He's dressed up.
I mean, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Lots of puns. Oh, Vern's going to like that. Vern is going to like that.
Try to win a chance to stay in the retro suite. Yeah.
Where's the link, Deanne? I don't know where you're seeing the link. Is it from Instagram?
It might be in their Instagram. Let's see.
Oh, right there. There's a sign up.
Sign up at our link in our bio.
To be amongst the wait, read it. It was something else. To be amongst the first to know the latest.
And potentially win a free night.
And potentially. Okay. New magic coming soon. You know what's crazy about this?
Here you go, Deanne. I've saved you the hassle.
I don't remember ever even hearing that this was in the works. And then poof. There it is. It exists.
Vern would like the Rafferty book. Lots of puns.
Yes, there are lots of puns. Have you been reading it?
I wanted to, but they don't have an audiobook.
So?
I haven't had time.
You could have family reading time instead of one of the TV shows.
I'm also trying to get through. So for Christmas, Eon got me the Disney World 50th book that the Orange County Register put out that was basically talking about the entire history of Disney World through articles that the Orange County Register have posted. So I'm trying to get through that right now. It's really good. It's interesting because they post literally the articles from the time, but sometimes they'll post like a little blurb saying like, this article was from this. Note the terrible dated reference because like one of the people was like, our lady reporter got the scoop or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's really dated. But they don't want to, they're not going to change it because it's like historical. Yeah. But it's good. Oh, so you can download it on the Kindle and then it'll just play it? I did not know that.
I'm sure there's apps that you can get that'll read them. too.
Yeah, but I wanted like something good because the app was. Every time I hear
so-
something that's like robot, it always sounds robot-y, and I don't like
Well,
listening
yeah.
to it.
I feel like a lot of these smaller
I
books
did not.
are probably not going to have audiobooks because,
Yeah, it's true.
you know, they're like grassroots movements. Kind
There
of
was a website, I can't remember what it was now. It was about 6 or 8 months ago I looked at it. And you used to be able to you could like get a little bookmarklet thing and you could throw like news articles you wanted to read and stuff into it and it would change it into an audiobook and it sounded almost like natural human speech and then it would download into your podcast player and then you could play it. So then if you had links of things you wanted to read but didn't have time, it would convert it and you could just hear it.
Huh.
I'll have to look that up again.
Interesting. Very interesting.
All right, guys, it is 8:30. It has to be a Kindle, so it can't be just like the Kindle app. Well, that sucks. I don't have a Kindle. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you guys are looking forward to the interview that we previewed a little bit.
Yeah.
And thank you, All Enchanting Ears, for the coasters that Teresa's over the moon about. And the ears. It's been a while since I've had a new pair of ears. So we'll have to do that. So thank you guys so much for your support and everything. By the way, we just crossed 200 supporters again. We keep like bumping and coming down.
We're just wavering. So
yeah. So thank you guys for the for those of you who are supporters.
Yes,
thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right. And otherwise, listen to us later this week. Bye,
Bye
guys.
everyone.